Hi. So, same about that topic that I just talked about, creating a list of what stresses and causes anxiety. It is it's like a pinnacle part of managing autism is managing the stress and anxiety, and for so many different reasons. Um, I don't know, I mean, I might need a way longer video to explain the importance of, which is one of my favourite words, importance, um, of managing stress and anxiety. To create a better quality of life, to live as best you can. Now, everybody is on a different level. Some people will never be able to work because their stress and anxiety is too much, even when managed. So it's all down to the individual. I would say for me, the stress and anxiety has changed my life where I've managed to manage mine. It's ultimately changed it, and the changes that I've noticed have been quite shocking. Um, I can tell you that anybody who is listening to this who suffers high stress, high anxiety, be kind to yourself, obviously, but I'm just saying it because when I was living in a high stress, high anxiety situations, and because I was sensitive to other people's behaviour, I now live alone with a cat, which really works better for me. But because I need that space and that time, and other people aren't as, and I don't mean it nastily, but because of my autism, I'm emotionally intelligent, so it's difficult to be around people who aren't. Although I do accept the differences, but within my own safe space, which is my home, it needs to be my safe space. And my sons are quite emotionally intelligent, so we kind of do work quite well. So that's fine. But managing your stress and anxiety, if you can, in ways, I can give you loads of tips on how to manage those. I will tell you, don't feel bad, because what you're going to find when you haven't understood yourself and you haven't found out what it is that stresses and causes you anxiety, these things can be very detrimental to your thought processes and your everyday life. Now, don't get upset about that. There's no need to get upset about that. But if you have prolonged stress and anxiety, it affects our brains and memory, everything. And it did mine. And now I have forms of memory loss, and I find it difficult to retain information. And for things I absolutely adore, you might find that you will not remember the name. Say, I'll remember the name of a singer that I like. Can I remember it now? Is one I love and I always forget her name. Eddie Reader. I remembered. Woo! But I've done a lot of things now since I've reduced my anxiety and stress. I do exercises for my brain to try and strengthen it now, because it's not in a fog. When we're in this state of stress and anxiety, we're in a fog. And so when people pressurize us to do things, basic things like dishes, and it's not an excuse to get away without doing it, but you won't remember those things that maybe your parent or someone's asked you to do. Pick up your clothes off the floor, put that cup away, and everything. Because when we're in a state of high stress and anxiety, the basics won't happen. And I remember doing dishes was extremely painful and very stressful and upsetting. And the neurotypical will not get that often. I have spoken to some fantastic parents and partners of autistics, and I'm so happy because they are neurotypical, but they get it. And I'm like, oh my God, you understand why that's difficult. You're not condemning them. No, no, no. This one partner I spoke to, she was wonderful. She totally got him. And that is great, because already what people might not understand is we give ourselves a hard time for not remembering, for not being able to do, for missing the bus, for losing something. I mean, yesterday I went to the shop and my anxiety and stress level is down, but I couldn't find my car key. So because my brain's damaged from my stress and anxiety from my past, I couldn't remember where I put it, because thinking about more than one thing is too much for me, and my brain can't cope. Although over the last year, with the exercises I do with for my brain, it started to slowly improve. My recall has started to get better, but I don't think it will ever be up to what it could have been if I had found out earlier what my stress and anxieties were. So this is why it's a really important thing to find out what it is affecting you and try and reduce it if you can. And also not give yourself a hard time, because your memory is affected by this, your functioning is affected by this. And your reactions to things you might find are more extreme, but that's not your fault because of the build-up of anxiety and stress. So this is why, for a parent or somebody supporting someone autistic, or yourself, I know I've done a topic on this before, is to reduce it. Okay, take care. Bye.